Hey folks, it's Rick. I'm gonna do another very careful review with another, Firefly. This is their double cut, single P90 style. This is a Firefly again. My buddy Skip has really got a thing for these Firefly guitars. This is their double cut, single pickup, like a junior, like a double cut junior. I've got it playing really nice, but this low string, there's too much buzz. So I'm gonna take off all the strings. I think I'm gonna unscrew this pickup and check it out, because I'm curious what kind of pickup they put in there. The tuners on this thing they're all right, man. I've tuned up with them a bit now, and they're easy to use. They don't get stuck or anything. The nut, I don't know. I'll check it out. It hasn't been a big problem. But really, it's not. It's pretty good. Talked about the Firefly bridges. I'm not a fan. I think it's one of the worst parts of these guitars. Tailpiece is fine. I'm gonna get her up on the bench, the table that I have covered with a poncho. I don't have a real bench. Doing some real handiwork with this pickup. It's got like the corner dug out with the wrong tool or something. I didn't do that. To compare it to another inexpensive P90 pickup, which is right here. This is what comes on the PRS SE soap bar. It looks like the same. Very similar. Very similar. It's got the same kind of thing around the outside, although this is pretty well waxed. I don't know if this is waxed. I'm guessing that it is. Happy to announce that this wood goes all the way through the body. I can see the grain going straight down. I expected worse. I'm not a pickup expert, except I know what I see when I take things apart. Essentially the same pickup that I just installed in my Degas Telecaster. Something pretty inexpensive, but you know, P90s, they're supposed to be simple pickups. Simple. That thing is in there tight. It's just a tight fit on these poles. Like the poles were maybe cut a hair too wide. Maybe they did it on purpose. I don't know how good these have to be. I kind of like how it fits in there nice and snug. Guitar. I think he paid 120 bucks for it. 120 bucks. You know, that's what these were originally supposed to be. Simple guitars, student level. It's a fine instrument. Fine. Take a look at this ostensibly rosewood fingerboard. Not bad. It's really dry. Thickest string. And no tightness. Okay. That's one good one. This is how I'm going to test this. One at a time. I'm just going to do a little cleaning of these frets. They're not bad as far as the ends sticking over, and we're here in the dead of winter. The edge of this wood is a little funny. That's sharp right there. Take a look at the electronics. They'd be in this hole. Look at the giant capacitor. It's 2 pots. They don't say if they're 500 or 250K. They don't say. It's pretty neatly done. It doesn't look bad. It's got a gigantic orange capacitor in it. I don't know why it needs to be that big. All looks pretty clean. I think we're going to close this back up. Man, I'm telling you, this is a solid guitar. Maybe you're a guy who's never had a P90 pickup, single pickup guitar. Let's get back in tune. Wait, let's see how out of tune we are after the jam. A little bit. These are so cheap, people are buying them and reselling them on Craigslist for more. I keep wanting to not like these guitars, but there's something about them. Look, it's got a bevel around this edge. Some people will like that because some people, you know, they're like, eh. Some people like that. Those Hong pots, they said Hong on the back. They work pretty well. I have no complaints. The volume makes it less loud and more loud. The tone, that big old capacitor back there is doing its job. The first half of the tone knob is pretty inconsequential. It's a little bit. But then once you get down to here, there it cuts it off. Some people say, well, you don't need a neck pickup, you just turn down the tone. That sounds like a bridge pickup with the tone turned down. It doesn't sound like a neck pickup. Yeah, I miss a neck pickup. Primarily a neck pickup player. Let's overdrive the MSB. beautiful at the same time. Yeah, I think this is, if not as good as an Epiphone, maybe a little better, except for this bridge. I hate these bridges. The reason I hate these bridges is because if you take off the string, and I'm not going to do it right now because I don't want to start weakening this string, you could just wiggle these saddles around with your finger. They move. Summary, I miss having a neck pickup. The electronics look nice and clean, nothing to complain about. Neck through version, I like that. If you get an Epiphone at this price, you're going to have a bolt-on neck. I don't know if that makes a difference to you. The nut feels great. It was cut really well. There's a G, there's an A. It's only a wee bit sharp. The tuners aren't great, but they're not terrible. They're the same thing you get on any other guitar in this price range, pretty much. The headstock looks cool. I have the truss rod off because I was adjusting it. I will put it back on. Truss rod cover. And I gotta say, this is a very pleasant guitar. The frets feel good. They did a nice job. I had to take a little bit of sandpaper on the edge, not because of the frets, but because of the edge of the wood was kind of a little bit sharp, that edge. And I figured, hey, we'll make that a little nicer. Everybody, I apologize for all my sniffling and my awful voice. I hope you have enjoyed this review of the Firefly Double Cut. It's a good one. I would say order one and see if it... The first one that he got came with the headstock snapped off. Thanks, Elevated Jam Tracks. Alright folks, peace.